out here. I'm driving around, going for a little bit of a drive in my Subaru BRZ. It's a nice sunny day in Southern California. And I wanted to answer a question that I typically get asked whenever I meet new people and I introduce that I have a Subaru BRZ, or someone sees that I have a Subaru BRZ. They always ask, oh, how do you like the car? Or would you buy one again? Or would you buy one in general? Should I buy one? Well, why don't we answer that right now? Now, the FRS, BRZ, and GT86 has been out for about 6 years, and unless you've been living under a rock, you pretty much know what the deal is with this car. It's a small, lightweight, low power, great handling car, similar to Miata, but with a little bit more space. I can easily fit 4 wheels and tires in the back of the car. Not that I would, I drive on street tires. I can also fit, I fit quite a few things in the back seat, or in the back in general. I like to go road biking. If I put the seats down, I can fit my bike in here no problem and head to the beach or wherever and go for a nice little ride. Can't fit a beach cruiser in here. Who's going to be riding a beach cruiser anyway? You could really think of it as an upscale Miata, I guess you would say. Interior is still cheap, but I mean, I don't really care about interior anyways. It's a great platform for building a car. Not so great if you want to add power, but if you want to expand on its existing characteristics that people praise, then this is the right car for you. Now, these things are god-awful slow. They're extremely slow from the factory. Now, of course, there's some stuff that you can do to it to make it a little bit better. Now, being in Southern California anyways, like, I mean, with all the traffic, you're not going to be able to use the power anyway. But what's nice about this is I can mash on the gas pedal getting onto the on-ramp, and I still won't break the speed limit. See? Still going 70 miles an hour. I remember when I first test drove this car, the sales guy who was riding with me said, floor it. And I floored it, and I was utterly unimpressed. But I knew what the capabilities of the car were. I knew what I wanted out of the car, so I bought it anyway. Now, if you're the type of person that likes to just mash on the gas pedal and get pushed back into the seat, this is not the car for you. I hate to say it, but this isn't the car for you. Go look elsewhere. Go get like a WRX or a STI, what have you. But if you're the type of person that loves a great handling sports car, this is the car for you. Now, I will say that this car desperately needs something from the factory as far as power goes. With me not even having much experience with powerful cars, this car needs something to liven it up. I have the header, I have a catback exhaust, and I have an open flash tablet. Now, I could do E85 and get a shorter final drive to kind of give more pep into this car, which I plan on doing in the future. Maybe, we'll see. But this car does need something from the factory. With that being said, this car won't kill you if you make a mistake. This car is super easy to learn how to drive. This is the type of car where you can mess up on track and you should be fine. You're not going 130 miles an hour into the dirt. The seating position is phenomenal. I mean, this is probably one of the best seating positions I've ever experienced in a car. I've driven multiple cars, and I gotta say the seating position on this is really nice, especially with the Recaro seat. Can't compare. If you're a track junkie like me, this is definitely, you already know by now, this car is phenomenal on track. I love the way it handles on track, especially when you have a good alignment, some really nice tires, some good coilovers. It really brings out the characteristics of this car that people crave. It's very rewarding to drive this car. Even though this car does not have power, it's still fun to get on it. It demands your attention to be able to get up to speed. I still get passed up by Priuses, but I mean, who doesn't love a quick 4, 3, 2? Who doesn't love to do that? And I haven't even broken the speed limit. This car has no power, but it still puts a smile on my face. I think it's just the exhaust that I like. Just the fact that I can hear the car. Most people that buy this car, they don't go to the track. I hate to say it, but many people that are buying this car will only be driving it on the street. With that being said, it's not really that safe to be driving it as fast as you can around a corner on the street. What I would do, if you can, get some track time to experience the car at its limits, and then you can do a little bit of spirited driving on the street. Don't just go and take a turn at 500 miles an hour and expect that because this car handles very well that you're going to get out of that alive. You still have to have the skill to get around that corner, but I mean, I'll say it again, this car is just, it's so engaging. That's what I love about this car, it's so engaging. Now that being said, when you do get a chance to let this thing rip, this car is a blast to drive. And the beauty of it is I don't have to drive 10 tenths to enjoy this car. Like, this is 50% for me. And this is just so fun to drive. Going around a turn, you know. That's where this car shines. For experiences like this, it doesn't feel like a boat, and that's the point of this car. It's just you go around a turn with confidence, knowing that you can make it out. You can push this car to the limits. You can mash on the gas pedal. Yeah, you might understeer, but you can use all of the car, especially if you're a beginner driver like me. You can experience this car. Like, if I hopped into a Dodge Viper ACR, I'm not going to be able to drive it at its limit. I can get the most out of this car. So to answer the original question, I love this car. I mean, I used to be back and forth about this car, but I love it. Yeah, I still get passed up by Priuses and Civics, and I have to downshift 2 gears just to get onto the freeway or to pass anybody. But I mean, that's the fun of this car. That's why I like it. So should you buy this car? Don't buy it new. I would not buy this car brand new ever again. That is one of my regrets about it. That's buying this car new is part of the reason why I didn't like this car in the beginning, is because I'm spending so much money on it. But if you can afford to get this car used, like $15,000 and under, by all means, this is a great car to experience. There's also great cars out there like Miatas and S2000s, but hey, they don't have a back seat. They don't have much cargo space or trunk space. If you're the type of guy, I'm going to say this again, if you're the type of guy that just wants to mash on the gas pedal and feel the power, go get a Mustang or something, or I don't know, get an STI, get something with power. Do not get this car. If you love to drive, if you love to just go out and drive and just feel like your car is on rails and loves to build cars, this is the car for you. Now, if you can go without the cargo space and all that stuff, get an S2000. That's definitely a much better car than this. I'm a huge Honda fanboy, by the way. Anyways, that is it for this video, guys. Make sure to leave a like. Let me know what you thought about this video in the comment section down below. And if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe.